Yo, let's go and welcome to the video. So I finally got the Sextant. It dropped on our 10th run, I think, for the first time, and they gave it to me because I really wanted it. I thought it was going to be really great, but I wanted to take a look at the logs of the raid night and give you my thoughts on if I'm going to keep using it or swap back to double on use trinkets. So overall, for the entire raid, procced 105 times, 15% uptime. Comparing that to my on use, I used it 50 times with just over 10% uptime. But when we start looking at each individual boss, we got 4 procs on Alar, 3 on Void Reaver, only 2 on High Astromancer Solarian, 9 times on KT, twice on Hydros, none on Lurker, only once on Leo, 2.5 times on Fathom Lord, twice on Morgrim, and 7 times during Bash. And so the downside to it being a proc trinket is obviously a 5-minute fight and 0 procs. That can happen. It happened my first time using it, so it's leaving a sour taste in my mouth already. The one good thing was during the very end of KT, I had both trinkets up, got 2 nice back-to-back 10k plus crits. So that was the funnest part of the trinket for the entire raid night. So the fights where it was procking about every minute, minute and a half, somewhere in there, sometimes every like 2 minutes. So it does have the internal cooldown of 45 seconds, which I got close to that once. But really the uptime for me just doesn't seem worth it. So me personally, I'll be going back to double on use trinkets. For now, this might have a place next phase, just because we get up to almost 50% crit in full bis using this trinket, so that might improve that uptime down to a minute, minute 15 seconds instead of a minute 30, 2 minutes. So if you check out a couple of different bosses, the top Boomkin DPS, there's a couple of Sextants up there, not many. There's a lot of double on use trinkets, a lot of one on use trinket mixed with the Quag's Eye. I don't like the Quag's Eye for the same reason as the Sextant. It's a proc, and the haste only lasting 6 seconds. It could proc, and then you could be having to move, or you could be stunned or anything. That 6 seconds is just gone, and you have to wait another at least 45 seconds for it to proc again. So for me, can't go wrong with guaranteed spell power and the option of when you use its bonus damage effect. To give you a couple more examples, like Alar, the Sextant can proc right before a dive bomb, and its use is just wasted. Void Reaver, if you're on the outside dodging the orbs, if an orb gets targeted on you, your trinket procs, then you have to run and it's wasted again. Solarian, if you get the debuff, you have to run out of the main group, and trinket just happened to proc and it's wasted. In KT, there's multiple times where it could just be wasted. It procs right at the end of killing one of the ads. It procs right between phases. Hydros, if it procs right before a transition. Lurker, if it procs right before Submerge. Leo, if it procs right before Whirlwind. Every single boss has a part where the proc is just going to get wasted, potentially. So that's my thoughts on the Sextant. If you've gotten it and you've had a better experience with it than I have, let me know in the comments. Join the Discord if you want to discuss this or any other things Boomkin related. I don't usually promote it, but I do stream on Twitch every so often. Raid night Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays if we don't fully clear, and other times during the week, just hanging out, leveling on Season of Mastery, raiding Karazhan on my alt, Horde Druid, stuff like that. So if you want to swing by, say hey, ask a question, link's going to be in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.